Florida Rack may be enjoying the sun, but Rumour Rack is here for you on Monday. And I thought we'd do a bit of a fun video today because a lot of people have been saying to me, Valrak, what rumours would you like to see come true? You tell us the rumours, Valrak, but what would you want to happen? Some of the stuff that you've heard, some of the things that get you hyped, could you share it with us? Could you put it in a video? And here I am. I'm doing it right now. So in this video, we're going to be talking about the rumours that I want to see happen in 11th edition. Now, when it comes to the rumours, there's so many out there. There's so many things that absolutely get me excited. I'm going to start with some of the few things that we've spoken about before and what I hope happens with those rumours. So number one, of course, which I've been waffling about now for years upon years, I say years upon years, for months upon months, and that is the Grey Knights. In 11th edition, the Grey Knights are rumoured to be getting a big refresh, and I've been waffling about this because I'm a massive fan of the Grey Knights. I've said in the past couple of years, the Lord of the Grey Knights have really taken a hit with their secret box of contraptions has started to drop the Emperor, them stealing initiates from other chapters and stuff. I don't really like what they've been doing with the lore, but the models themselves I really do think are amazing, and I've been waiting for the upgrade of that range. I want Khaldor Drago to come back. I want to get a fantastic centerpiece model with him. I do think they should improve the baby carriers. They should be getting epic new vehicles to combat this new horde of demonic incursions spreading across the galaxy. With the whole new Terminator refresh that the main Astartes range has got, surely this means that the Grey Knights should be getting something epic and wild and amazing like that. So when it comes to the Grey Knights, it's when I get so excited. This is where I actually get buzzing off my head, hoping that this edition is going to be that edition where it all happens. And not only we get Khaldor Drago back, because we have just got a brand new castle and crow and stuff, but maybe other characters added, maybe other awesome brother captain models, if you look at the Black Templar range where they're getting their marshals and their chaplains and stuff. I want that to happen with the Grey Knights. Make it as cool, make it as amazing as something like that. This is what I really want to see happen with the Grey Knights. And staying on the Astartes track, because another big rumor which has been whispered, which I'm massively hyped for and I really want to happen, is of course Legion of the Damned. Now, I will fully admit I've never really been a fan of Legion of the Damned in terms of their lore, because the way that they've been used with authors is that it's always an end thing. The Legion of the Damned show up and they save the day. But that doesn't mean that they've never had amazing models. I've always said their models have been fantastic. They're literally Astartes on fire, burning with the vengeance of the Emperor. And of course, the rumors are stating that we are going to be getting some type of kill team with Legion of the Damned, and I'm hoping that grows into a bigger type of refresh. We have known it happen before with other kill team stuff. Krieg, of course, Corsairs, the Exodites that they've just shown off, which again is another big hype thing I'm looking forward to. Apparently that's going to be happening with them. But Legion of the Damned, I'm hoping something like that happens with GW, where they see the potential of the Legion of the Damned, and maybe we start getting Fire Redemptor Dreadnoughts, fire upgrade kits for maybe repulsor tanks and stuff, just the cool Terminators, maybe more characters, badass banner bearers or something, to really literally, not to no pun intended, to turn the heat up in the oven to 11. This is the kind of awesome cool stuff I really want to see happen with Legion of the Damned. I'm fingers crossed that is the type of stuff that is going to be happening during this edition of Warhammer 40,000. And let's jump over to the Xenos and the Chaos side of shenanigans, which I really want to see. I think there's so much potential in the Chaos faction to make this range into something incredible. I've been saying for a while now, what they need to do is add more models to the other traitor warbands that are out there. Yes, we've got some great things for Death Guard, 1,000 Suns, Slanesh, aka Emperor's Children, the World Eaters and stuff, but what about the Word Bearers? What about the Iron Warriors? What about the Alpha Legion? The Red Corsairs just got a little mini refresh, and I thought that was bloody fantastic. But I think Games Workshop needs to go even further now and start to add more characters, more flavour into those other warbands. We've literally just got a big lore narrative of Perturabo, of course, coming back to real space and launching his eternal siege to the galaxy. And I am convinced, 110% convinced, we'll start talking about Primarchs in the latter part of the video, because there's a lot of Primarch talk, okay? There's a lot of Primarch rumors, there's a lot of Primarch wants, and I'll attach some of it to this video. I'm probably going to do a dedicated video to the Primarch shenanigans, as I always do. But when you look at like the Iron Warriors, who are like the forefront of that narrative campaign, surely they should be getting even more characters, maybe even specialized siege units, siege vehicles, right? Just monstrosities of like demonic warp tainted just engines oozing with absolute hate for the Imperium. This is what we want as hobbyists on the tabletop. We want amazing looking models to add to our armies, to add to our collection, so when we field them, we feel like we're these battlefield commanders and we just want to trash anyone in front of us. This is the kind of thing I really hope happens with all the hype and the want for the rumors going forward with Chaos. There has been some rumors like Doom Rider and stuff, but I think that's almost locked on. I am looking forward to Doom Rider. He is one of the funniest characters in 40k. He just likes to go fast and he has a really long tongue. You know, who doesn't love Doom Rider? The Xenos side gets me hyped as well. And again, with the rumors that we've already been speaking about on this channel, Exodites are more or less tacked on now. Exodites, we've seen the first release of the Exodite range. Apparently that is going to snowball into a bigger range refresh, which again I'm really excited for. I really hope that rumor does come true, because potentially having even more dinosaur stuff, even more cool looking Eldar stuff like that, I'm all for it. I actually do like Exodites in terms of Eldar. I hate everything else in the Eldar, but when it comes to Exodites, I can stand them. I can stand the Exodites. Now, the other Eldar faction, which I'm kind of hoping gets a lot of love, is the Dark Eldar. Absolutely hate them in the lore, but the Dark Eldar feel like the red-headed stepchild left outside, and apparently with the rumors, Vect is going to be getting a brand new model, and a bunch of stuff is going to be following that Vect model. What excites me about that, why I'm hyped about that, why I want that to potentially happen during 11th edition, is the narrative revolving around Vect returning, I'm going to say, around the Dark City, because I do have theories that Jagatai Khan is around the Dark City, he's fighting in the Webway, and Vect's return potentially could then relate to another loyalist Primarch returning to the setting as well. Excited for that. And in terms of rumors related to Warhammer 40,000, which gets me hyped and I want to see happen, like separate board games, I'm going to start with the big one, Battlefleet Gothic Armada. I know we've been talking about this now for years and years and years. There's been so many rumors about this game that it's coming. The latter rumors I've been hearing that apparently it is happening, but it's supposed to be set during the Horus Heresy, so it folds in with what we've got with Legion Imperialis, which again, I can understand it from a business standpoint, but the reason I never got into Legion Imperialis is because I want to make like epic orc armies. I want to make epic Necron armies. Yes, I'm a massive Imperial fanboy, but if you just have Imperium stuff, it does get boring. As a Space Marine fan, I love fighting against orcs. That's the best army to fight against. These big green beasts who just want to do you in everywhere you go, right? They just want to bash you off. And I like that. I like being bashed off by orcs. It makes me feel like this heroic, gene-enhanced super soldier as I'm bashing them back when they're bashing me off. So yes, hopefully Battlefleet Gothic Armada does happen, but with the rumors that I'm hearing, it looks like it is going to be Horus Heresy, which does upset me a little bit. Following that, another board game I want to talk about is, of course, Space Hulk. God Emperor, give me bloody Space Hulk. There's been rumors about this still, and I'm going to keep talking about it because Space Hulk is a thing that I'm sure most of us want, because if you bring in Space Hulk, yes, we get some like maybe new Gene Stealer sculpts and everything, which could be incredible. Maybe more like a cooler update to the actual game itself, maybe tiles and stuff, which again could be incredible. But on top of that, potential brand new Blood Angel Terminator models, which again, if you start looking at all the range refreshes that we've had, like Space Wolves got their own Terminators, Dark Angels got their own Terminators, but Blood Angels never got their own Terminators, and I do think that is a Greek tragedy, right? Blood Angels deserve all the love in the world. They are like the artistic of artistic, and some of this stuff that we've been getting recently with the Blood Angels has been an absolutely massive letdown, especially if you can compare it to the stuff like the Space Wolves, the Black Templars, dare I say the Ultramarines. The Ultramarines, I think, have had better releases than the Blood Angels, which is absolutely bloody, no pun intended, wild. And just before the end of the video, I want to talk about a potential new faction that could be dropping in 11th edition. Again, with the rumours, take rumours for what you are. But if this does happen, then this will get me very, very excited. I've heard that Dark Mechanicum is supposed to, or should I say Dark Mechanicus, is supposed to be coming now to Warhammer 40,000. And there's been definitely some signs about it. I definitely think that could slot in with the current ranges, especially with characters like Vastor and Perturabo and stuff that have been hinted at coming in the, you know, not only rumours, but in the lore as well and stuff. So I definitely think like Dark Mech could slot into there. The amount of like craziness you can do with Dark Mech, like, you know, just these chaotic type of mechanical warp infused fiends just, you know, marching onto the tabletop. I think it'll look incredible. I think it's a long time like coming, to be fair with you. Like I'm surprised GW hasn't done more of this already. Yes, they've done a little bits in the Horus Heresy and in Legion Imperialis, but I really do think it should have something on the Warhammer 40,000 board game as well. Anyway, that is enough waffling from me. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. I'm out here in Florida working at the moment. I'm not here right now, but I'm in Florida as this video is going out. Working for you chaps, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Looking for new venues to host the next Valfest. See you in a bit. Have a great day, evening, night way around the world, and bye-bye.